All right, here we go. This one's going to be a 44 Magnum test. Today we're going to be testing out the Remington UMC. That one is 180 grain. Jacketed soft point. That's what that one looks like. It does have just your standard brass case on that one. And that one's calling for 1,610 feet per second. I have tested it out of this barrel, velocity-wise anyways, and we got just about 1,800 feet per second, so it's moving along pretty good. So we're going to be testing it out of our Ruger Super Blackhawk. That one does have a 10.5-inch barrel. Do have our 2x20 Leupold scope on top. And we'll be going through our gel. That is a 10% block. We do have our catch block behind that, so a total of 25 inches of gel. Our 4 layers of content t-shirt on the front, and like always we'll set up our chronograph so we can hopefully pick up those impact velocities. So let's set up and see how this round does. All right, we're stepping back to 15 feet. All right, let's see how we did on that one. It does look like we did get an air, so we do not have a velocity, so I will reshoot just to see what kind of numbers we do get on it. Man, check that out so far. It blew that block to pieces. There's a huge stretch cavity going on, so I'm going to do one more shot. I'm going to come in the opposite way and see if we can get a little bit better shot on that. All right, we're stepping back to 15 feet. All right, so it does look like we did get an air on that one also, but we did get a little bit better shot. So like I said, we will shoot this off camera just to see if we can pick up some kind of numbers on it. I was doing this one in the past and we're getting right around 1,800 feet per second, so I think is moving out. So yeah, we do have that air on our chronograph. I think just the muzzle flash from that thing is just too much, and I'm pretty far back too. All right, and our impact velocity on that was 1,795 feet per second. So like I said, we are just shy 1,800. So those things are moving. So just shy of 1,300 foot-pounds. So definitely a pretty spicy round for that 44. Actually stepped off further than 15 feet. I will be testing this one long range because this is what it is dialed in with. But let's see how we did. All right, so check out that entry. Looks like we got a pretty good entry on that one. And man, that thing just tore this gel up. So we're gonna definitely have to make some bigger blocks for these big bore calibers. But check out this stretch. For a soft point, that is crazy impressive. Going all the way through. Doesn't look like that one really settled down too much at all. And we did make it into that second block. It is the one on the left. So we do have one sitting right about here and then another one further up. Here was that first shot. I don't know if you guys can see that too well, but yeah, we hit a little bit left and just destroyed our block. So tons and tons of damage. So let's see if we can get a measurement on both of these. We'll do the first one. Kind of went over here, about 4 1/4 inches on that one. And let's see if we can get an accurate one on this side. We are at almost 5 inches of stretch on this one, the one that we just did. So that is a huge amount of damage. Let's check it out from the side. Oh yeah, and same thing from the side. So you can tell, man, as soon as that one came in, it just blew this thing up. Tons and tons of damage going all the way through. Doesn't really look like it settled down to the very, very last maybe ½ inch or so. And then we did make it a pretty good ways in that second block. This is the round that I probably will hunt with. I'll probably be doing javelina come in February. So we'll probably definitely use this one because it's pretty accurate out of that gun. So let's see if we can get a measurement from this side. Can't really tell because we did blow out our table again. We're about 3 3/4 inches, so that's about as tall as that block is, but pretty good amount of damage. So that second one at our leading edge is 5 1/4, so we got 16 1/4 inches of penetration on that one. And that first shot we got 3 3/4, so what's that, 14 3/4 inches on that first shot. But yeah, that thing tore that block up. So check it out one more time from the top. You guys probably won't be able to tell too much. I did flip this block just because we destroyed that, but came in, just blew everything up, tore out the whole side, and that one pretty much carried it all the way through. And then this one was our second shot. Got a little bit better hit on that, but same thing, came in, just blew that stuff up. Huge stretch cavity going all the way through, and then we did make it into that second block. So really good to see there. So let's pull these things out and see what they look like. All right, check these things out. Looks like we got some major expansion for both of them. So the one on the right was that first shot, one on the left was that second shot. So as you can tell, that first one we did come in a little bit to the left, so you can kind of tell from that mushrooming, which is cool that they are mushrooming. You know, even though it is a soft point, but they are trucking along pretty good. But got some pretty good expansion there. Quite a bit of gel still stuck in them, but really good to see there. Nice mushrooming on that. And then this one, our next one, was our second shot. That one is definitely a lot more uniform on that one. Looks like there still is some of that cotton t-shirt. You can kind of see that texture from that t-shirt also, but this one came out perfect. Got some really nice mushrooming. Pretty much pushed back all the way to that cantilever lock. There it is from the bottom, but really good to see there. And I have stretched this one out a little bit, and it is really accurate out of this gun, so definitely be using it in the future for some kind of hunting. But there we go. There they are from the bottom. I will get our still shots and slow-mos and all that good stuff here at the end. But the one on the right was that first one on the left was that second shot. But we got some really good expansion for both. So there we go. That was the 180 grain Remington UMC jacketed soft point 44 Magnum. Thanks for watching, guys. All right, so we're going to try to get this cross section for that first one, the one that kind of blew out. You can see it just kind of blew out the side, tore up all kinds of stuff. But you know, we hit it right here. There's a split going all the way down. Huge cut. Same thing on this side. We probably won't use, or you know, tell by this one what's going on. I do have a better hit coming up, but I did remeasure this, and it's about 4 3/4 inches. You know, the damage that it actually created. But it's kind of hard to tell anything else about it, so I probably won't show, you know, cutting this one open. I'll probably show the next one. So let's check out that second one. Actually, what I'm going to do on this one, I'm not going to cut this one. I'm just going to kind of show it from the side what's going on. But the round actually came in this way from the right, came in and blew out the whole side. Did go all the way through, but yeah, it's kind of hard to tell what's going on just because it did do so much damage. But that soft point was coming in with some force. So let's check out that second shot. All right, so here's that cross section for that second shot. This one you can definitely tell a little bit more what's going on. We did get a better hit on this one. So as you can see, it did come in and got some huge cuts going on. Tore this stuff up. Super impressive for a soft point. You know, those usually need quite a bit of velocity for anything to happen. And that thing was moving about 1,800 feet per second. So it was coming in with some force. That's almost 1,300 foot-pounds. So I'm surprised this gel was even able to take it. But you can see with this side also, really big cuts. I did remeasure this one, and we're coming in right about 5 inches from some of the widest cuts, which is crazy. And really good to see. Like I always say, I probably will use that one for hunting eventually. I do have a javelina hunt coming up, so just trying to get that thing super dialed and seeing what kind of damage to expect. So let's cut it open. All right, so here's after being cut. So this bottom side is the right, this top side is the left. I'm gonna do my best. This one was really difficult to kind of see what's going on too, just the way that we cut it. But basically, as soon as this one came in, about a 1/4 inch in, it did start to flatten that round out. So basically expand and just create all kinds of damage. These cuts are just super deep and super big going all the way in. Just a different type of damage coming in. There's a huge stretch all the way through. But man, that stuff tore this gel up. Like I said, I'm surprised I was actually able to take it without blowing these blocks apart. Same on this top side. You can see where it came in, started opening up, and same thing, huge stretch cavity going all the way through. Kind of tapers off towards the end, but man, just crazy amount of damage. This stuff is barely hanging on. And looks like there is just a little bit of cotton t-shirt that it did drag in. Nothing too bad, but man, these cuts are pretty crazy. Pretty cool to see that that soft point was actually doing something worthwhile. So there we go. That was the 180 grain Remington UMC jacketed soft point. All right, so I did want to show one more quick angle, just so you can see, but check that out. These cuts are massive, going all the way down that chunk of gel. All kinds of damage going on. Same with this side. This side's barely hanging on too, but super impressive, man. Can't get enough of that 44. I think it's awesome. So there we go, 44 Magnum. All right, we're stepping back to 15 feet. This one is 180 grain Remington UMC semi-jacketed soft point through bare gel. All right, let's see how we did on that one. So it looks like our impact velocity on that was 1,768 feet per second. That is insane. There's a ton of energy coming through on that one. We got a huge stretch cavity. Very impressive on that. We really wasn't expecting that. So it looks like we came in right here and just opened up that block. That is nuts. It looks like we did get a pass through. Let's see, let's actually measure that. So all the way over, that is 4 inches. That is crazy. And let's see if we can see a path from the side, kind of, not as well. Same thing, about 3.5 inches. Looks like we came in, went through our first jug, and we actually stopped right here. And we did not puncture that second jug, so quite a bit of penetration. Man, check that round out. That is cool. Wasn't sure if these soft points were going to expand, just because it is, you know, they are very velocity base, and usually they don't expand unless you're shooting them out of a rifle. But check that thing out. That's a major expansion on that thing. Mushroomed out really nicely. So that's very good to see. There is that 180 grain semi-jacketed soft point. Very impressive. And that was out of the Ruger Super Blackhawk Bisley Hunter. There is the bottom. And there is the top. There we go.